What's up, Blake? I'll get with it here in a minute. Try to set everything up.
He's kneeling on the ground when the world gets cold. With a rifle in his hands, he's brave and bold. MMA fighter, yeah, he takes that ring. Training day and night, he's got the warrior swing. Every punch thrown with honor and pride, but it's the love for his kids that he can't let slide. Teaching them the ways of the land and the field. In this crazy world, it's protection they wield. Yeah, he's a prepper, a fighter, and a dad in the game. Respect my brother. He's earned his name. All-American prepper. In the heart of the storm, it's where he begins. Oh, let me tell you now, he's the real deal. With the brother of North. You know how it feels. So raise your glass high. Let's toast to the man with grit and determination. He's got a solid plan, got a heart full of dreams. Eyes on the prize. He's out there prepping while the world just lies. Facing the chaos, he stands tall and proud. A friend like no other, he draws a crowd. So here's to you, friend. From the south to the north, in this tale of life, you've shown your worth. You might be prepping for the storms that arrive, but here's to our friendship, it keeps us alive. Till we meet again through the highs and the lows. You got my back, brother, and everybody knows. So here's my salute to the guy on the line in the heart of the South. He's a friend truly fine. Let the world keep spinning. We'll face it head on with my brother, the prepper. The legacy goes on.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm playing the song and I'm gonna get down to it, but what I want to talk about, give time people to get in here.
Walmart Plus Assist
If I can
offers
figure
50%
this
off a membership if you qualify for SNAP.
thing out. Okay. All right, we're almost there. Bear with me. Okay. Cool. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Blake. Glad you're in here, my friend. I gotta turn some light on in here. All right. Here we go. The world's getting so crazy. If you remember this movie, here we go. Okay. I'm just going to draw some truths. Some people ain't going to like it, but it's facts. So, first thing I want to say is, if you believe the mainstream media, which is literally nothing but propaganda now, but, you know, prime example. I know a guy, he's hardcore Trump. Trump. Okay? But he's all about Trump, but he don't listen, because even Trump says that's fake news. So the guy's like, Trump, almighty Trump, but Trump says don't believe what you hear on that news because it's fake news, but he still believes everything he hears on the news. So if you're one of those people that believe the mainstream propaganda and the mainstream agenda, and there's no changing your mind because you're narcissists and this is not the channel for you, scroll on. I don't even want to deal with it. I'm here to help people. Okay, so where do I start? So much is going on. In my lifetime, I have never seen so much insanity going on. All right. Okay, now that I'm not monetized on YouTube, okay, because I don't want to make no money off that particular situation about Charlie Kirk. I don't want to make no money on that. You got all these YouTubers and TikTokers and coming on here and they're doing it for the views and for the money. I don't want no money for that. Nope. And just look at, okay, all right, now that all the so-called normal people are gone, because you can talk to them till you're blue in the face with the evidence right there and they still won't get it. I give up on them. You normies, if you don't open your mind, free your ass and your mind will follow. So if you are not capable of doing that, you're not going to make it. Sorry for your luck. But for the free thinkers, the people that are men are mature enough to, well, say maybe I disagree with All American about that, but we're still friends. And maybe I agree with him on that. We're still friends, you know. So really, this is for mature people only. No normies. If you're society's normal person, get the hell off my live. Just go away. I don't want to deal with you. For real, seriously. Ain't got time for your nonsense. Because this is what's happening. This is the urgent warning that I want to get across. Yeah, you're right. When Little Miss Purple wakes up, I'll have her pronounce that name for you. You're right. You're right. Wow, I don't believe it. Yeah, you can't believe the media, man. You can't. You cannot do it. You can't. Even if you're a Trumper, well, okay. If you're a Trumper, MAGA, all that, which I'm an all-American prepper. I'm not following no, because, you know, I've seen a lot of lines being crossed, a lot of lies, a lot of deception. We are, just in my opinion, is a psychops. It really is. Okay, you know, we got, if we're not in Revelations in the Bible, okay, if we're not there, then this is a psychops. Okay? And I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I get in trouble on YouTube. And, you know, my followers tend to lean a certain way. And they tend to put their faith in certain people. But good luck with that. No one's coming to rescue you. You're on your own. You need to understand that. So, hey, you know, if you're like Big Daddy Trump ain't going to rescue your ass. No. He's not going to pay your light bill. Now, he's going to do exactly what he said he wasn't going to do. He's still sending money over to Ukraine and a lot of other things. But, man, that's politics. Maybe it's that 3D chess game everyone's talking about. Well, I'm a redneck. I don't get that. You know, what you see is what you get. I don't play games like that. And, you know, let's be honest. I'm just old Southern redneck. You can love Trump. You can hate him. I really don't care. They ain't no New York, which I got very good people in New York, by the way. But that New York fancy pants, silver spoon guy, I'm not falling for it. But hey, if he does the job, gets it done, does it right, kudos. Really, that's all I want. That's all any of us wants. Yeah, I won a lot in MMA, man. I won a lot of MMA fights, man. I've been doing that for years. So trying to keep up with everything going on here. And I'm trying to, I should have wrote this out, but I just come from the hip, man. This psychops, it's every day is something, okay? Just I'll start from right here. All right, it's the Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files. That's all you heard. You even had Trumpers turning on him. You even had Trumpers getting mad, going, "Where's the Epstein files, bro?" On this channel, you're going to hear the truth. You're going to hear reality. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not getting paid crap on YouTube right now. Demonetize me because my channel's shadow banned because they don't like the stuff that I got to say. They don't want the truth to be out there. Regardless if you're on the left or if you're on the right, we're being played. We're being played against each other. Now, what to do is, and I'll go down that rabbit hole in a second. Okay, say the Kirk thing. This is what it did. This is what it did with old Charlie Kirk. In my not so humble opinion, because I've done things. Well, let's just put it this way. I'm a hunter. And I know how things work. Now, most Americans haven't used I got to talk in parables with just censorship. Most Americans haven't dropped a deer in a neck with a 30-aught. Most people haven't done that. I have. I've done it a lot. And you know what? Again, normies, go away, because you're going to go, no, I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm dealing with facts, okay? I've seen it happen so many times, and I'm not even going all the way down. I'm just talking about deer, okay? It's got a big old neck, big bones, strong. And when I had on that 30-06 and 200-yard shot, shit, in the Marines, you make a 500-yard shot with iron sights, man. So don't tell me that shot was impossible, because it was very possible. And would they be stressed under that? Yes, but that's not what happened. That's not what happened. You can believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to change your mind. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, everyone. Now, it's hard for me to read comments and all and keep my train of thought, all right? Because I do fight MMA, boxing. I've been hitting the head a lot. Anyway, I talk in circles. Hang in there with me. I'll get back around to what I was saying. So I've dropped a lot of big deer. If you go through and look at my videos, you'll see them big old mounts on the wall. There's no way in hell I don't give a damn. There's nobody going to convince me otherwise that was a 30-06. It would have done a lot more damage. Let's just put it that way. There's no way. No way. I don't care if you made gotta be careful what I say, the very projectile that comes out of the launcher, if you made it out of ice and froze it, which that don't work, but bro, it's a 30-06. That's not going down like that. I'm telling you, as a redneck southern hunter that literally, if I didn't know how to hunt, I'd probably starve to death. No, 30-06, man, it would have been a lot worse than that. Now, this is what they did to us. Now, this is how I know this is a psychops, people. I'm telling you, this is a psychops. Yeah, it would have been a lot more damage. You're absolutely right. Laws. I can see the laws part. I can't pronounce it. You're absolutely right. Would have been a lot more damage. That 30-06. Are you kidding me? Next, now when I go YouTube, they're going to suppress this video. I'm shadow banning all that, but whatever. And if there's any, like I said, if you're a normal person that believes the mainstream media, just go away. You got no business being here. You're never going to open your eyes. You're just a sheeple. You're asleep. You know. It's called tell a vision for a reason. Okay, all right. Let's just all right. Okay, all right. So we're talking about 30-06. So for the people out there that know about pew pews, and you saw that, you're like, now I say the reason why I said 30, because when I first saw it, because I saw it live, bro. Well, what appeared to be live, and to me, I looked right at my daughter and I said, that was the 30-aught. And I've watched it many times. And in my opinion, see, there's so many rabbit holes, but so I ain't gonna go down the rabbit holes, but it really looked like he got struck from the front. It looked like he got hit right here, the way his body did that. Sorry, Charlie. But, you know. But I think they're all in on it. I don't think that, here's where I'm going to lose a lot of people, man. I really don't care. I don't care anymore. I think they're all bad guys. We're being deceived. Even what appears to be the good guys for the people on the right. Well, in my opinion, no. That boy's a patsy. That old Mauser 30-aught, just one little hair off, 200 yards. No. Could it be done? Yep. But things don't add up. Okay? Now, here's an analogy. Maybe you can understand what's going on with the Charlie Case thing. This is what they're doing to divide the people on the right even more. They're literally coming up with a guy wearing a black glove, this person running on that roof, that person running on that roof, a guy in the crowd saying he did it, which that same guy was at 9/11. And you need to research that guy, by the way. And maybe you'll figure something out that I figured out. I'm gonna let you figure some stuff out for yourself. But what's the chances that guy literally being at ground zero at 9/11? Same guy that said, I did it. You know, in my opinion, the professional crazy person paid. And then you think, oh no, because when they got him, they found stuff on his phone that got him incarcerated right off the rip. How convenient. You got a guy that's been at 9/11 and other incidences, by the way. What's the odds? You look that guy up, man. You're going to be like, whoa, what the hell? No, this ain't right. That's where my journey begun. When the guy right there, I was like, nope. And I seen the hit, and then I seen all this. And even if they come out with a ballistics report and a coroner report, which, where's that at? Even if they do, you're not going to be able to trust it. You're not going to be able to trust that shit. More like a 20. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Laws. Exactly. When Little Miss Prepper wakes up, I'll have you get your name right. I don't want to butcher it, but you're right. You're right. There's a reason why I modded you. You're right. Now, I I wasn't there, and all I know is what I saw, and all I know is all the information I gathered. And like I said, there's so many. Okay, if if I was on the run, let's just use this analogy. If I was running through the woods, getting chased by anyone, just a good tracker, or if they have a dog tracking you. I'm an old hunter, man. We hunt coons with dogs, and them damn coons are smart, bud. I would do just like a coon does. If I have time, and this is what they did, I'd make a trail this way and go for a good little minute, turn around and come back. Make a trail this way, go for a good little minute, make, 10 trails and then cut out. And then when whoever's pursuing you comes, they're gonna see all these trails heading different directions. They're gonna be like, and dog, no, they're not gonna know which way to go. And you're gonna literally, if there's people there, no, that's a fresh trail and all that. They're literally gonna turn on each other, each arguing, and then the progress is gonna stop. Being played, people. We're being played, big time. Smoke and mirrors. Now, so they are on purposely. Oh, the man with the glove. What's the odds in that? And oh, he ran across that. He disassembled, ran across, reassembled. No, I've done with a stock watch. That's physically impossible. Physically impossible. Not to mention, even if he broke it down, where's the barrel? Where'd he put the barrel? You seen him jump off the roof. You seen him running. Where was that? So, now, and there's a lot of theories. Have you heard the new theory? You know? By the way, I need to be careful, man. YouTube, no. I'm going to get this video suppressed or took down. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. Because this is some real stuff, man. There's just so much inconsistencies. Such as, okay, now, you seen the man's, everybody watch, Kirk eulogy. I have pronounced these Trump's out of heat stroke in Afghanistan. But y'all saw, a lot of people watched it. Where you're looking at someone's funeral and they got pyrotechnic stuff going off, and either his wife is on the most strongest, somebody's found the best antidepressant in the world. Either they found the best antidepressant in the world, or she's just absolutely rejoiced and filled with the Holy Ghost that her husband is up in heaven. Which is a possibility. I'm one to give that bit of doubt. But watch the videos, man. At his eulogy, it was sad, because a lot of reasons. But pay attention. I've seen a lot of people get hurt, man. I've seen a lot of people go out. If you know my history, you know. And people do mourn differently. Maybe the reality of it maybe she's in shock. Maybe she's in shock. I don't know. But, I've just never seen no one behave that way. You know, I mean, I'm not. You know, even if you zoom in at the, you know, with the when she walks on, you know, with the pyrotechnics going off, and you know, his own parents didn't even attend that because they knew. And when you pay close attention, when she wipes her eyes, there's no tears. There's no tears. So she's either got the best in the whole world antidepressant, or she's just so filled with the spirit that watching her husband getting swacked and losing the father of her kids, and just, you know, she's just jumping right in the driver's seat and I got this. Well, I will give her that. Maybe she's that strong. Just a lot of weirdness, you know, a lot of weirdness going on there. You know, she was 5 years older than him. You know, miraculously, you know, they were in Israel at the same time. They both have ties to Israel. So, like I said, there's so many rabbit holes you can go down. I think at this point, for guys like me, I don't even have to say it. That, well, if you need to know, I know. In my mind, see, everybody perceives things differently. In my mind, I know what happened. I know how it happened, and I know who's behind it. And that's going to get this video. That's why I got demonetized, because YouTube is, you notice it's changing. It's turning to TikTok, because I'm on TikTok live right now also. So, on a good note, check out that mother-in-law doorbell cam. Karen caught on camera. That's hilarious. That woman, she's been messing with me for 20 years. I finally got her rear end. That thing got like a lot of views on YouTube, a lot of views on TikTok, but vengeance, man. So I'm just going to go straight up. I don't know what country's behind this, or if our country's, maybe our, they are doing everything they can to provoke a civil war. They are. And all it takes, you and these algorithms on these phones and these feeds, they learn what, and they program you. Because what the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. Yeah, I've never seen anyone that strong. Yeah. The man with a glove come out, and he actually had a, okay. But you see, you know what I mean? There's so much. This, you even got professional snipers arguing over where this and that and that and this. Well, I'm not gonna, until I know 100% for sure, but I'm pretty sure I know how they did it. If you really watch it, I'll just put the facts out there. As soon as it happens, watch how the guy jumps over the table, grabs stuff, hands stuff off to another guy that puts stuff in his pocket and dips. What was that about? Where's the view of the camera that was right there behind? Where is all, everybody needs, everybody, man. Where's all this footage? Oh, let me guess. The Alphabet crew has got that footage. Oh, they're so trustable. Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely. Look, let me tell you something right now. Hopefully you never get in this position, but they say, hey man, check this out. we're gonna role play. We're gonna set this thing up, and we're gonna make it look like we unalive you, but we're gonna pull some 3D trickery and trapdoor and magic tricks and all that. No, they're not. They can't risk you popping up somewhere else, and they may convince you, oh, it's just a hoax. No, they're going to unalive you. That's the way these people work. It's evil. They're evil. And I believe people are being misled on both sides. And like I said, do you see these people jumping up, celebrating? Who's to say that somebody didn't pay them to do that, to make people like me very angry and make people turn against a certain group? You see where this is going. There is an entity, I don't know, maybe it's just evil. Maybe it's China. Maybe it's Russia. Maybe it's Israel. Mossad. You figure that out. I think I'm on something. But maybe not. We shall see. Maybe it was our own government. Now I'm gonna step on some toes right here, and hopefully, like I said, if you're adult enough to disagree with me and still be friends, cool. If not, then there's a million other channels out there. So whatever. But I'm just gonna say it, man. If I was at that funeral where a man got swacked, okay, let's just go with that narrative, because evil is the great deceiver. It really is. And what appears to be good may be evil, and what appears to may be evil may be good. Such in the days of Noah. Okay. So Trump gonna get up there at the man's funeral and instead of talking about how good of a man he was and this and that, and he gonna talk about he's found a cure for all campaigning at someone's funeral. That's just my take on it, guys. Hey, don't get mad at me. So, I'm just saying what I saw. And honestly, seeing that type of behavior at someone's funeral, someone walking up there and turning into a dude, bro, I'm not against, and see, I'm in the middle of this because I don't trust neither side right now. I'm looking, everybody else done made their decision. But I've seen so much evil and deception in the world. I'm still just watching, listening, and observing, and gathering intel. Because, in my humble opinion, I think, remember when Israel made the pagers, the beepers, because Islamic people don't trust tech, with very good reason why. There's a very good this AI, we're done. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But a lot of people are unaware, what Israel did. I'm not saying what they did was bad, not saying what they was good. I'm just telling you what they did, okay? You make up your own mind. They got the beepers and they rigged them to go boom. And, you know, women, children, not just the bad guys had those beepers. Well, unless you compartmentalize everything and say, well, they're all bad. Doesn't matter if they're 8 years old and running around with a beeper, they deserve to be boom. If you're that mean, whew, wow. I'm mean, but damn. But, you know, it is what it is. So, there's that. And that little thing right here that was on his chest, that was his mic. Okay? And, you know, the whole earpiece talk, the man did not have an earpiece. That was a necklace he had on. He wore a necklace. Was not an earpiece. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Rewatch it and rewatch it and watch it. That was a necklace, not an earpiece. So that debunks the snipers that thought that was an earpiece that flung out and he got swacked here and that was the exit. No. Even the mainstream propaganda, oh, he had bones of steel to stop that round. No. 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 Not unless I seen a big S on his shirt. No. The human body cannot stop 30-06 in the neck. It's going to be a lot more damage than that. I've took deer. I've took hog. I know what I'm talking about. So there's that. Hey, appreciate y'all. I'm trying to... Little Miss Pepper's sleeping. She usually keeps up with the live. So, I mean, with the chat and all. Yeah. You know, yeah, right. Exactly. God's got this. You know. But there's all these false trails, man. They're doing that on purpose. They want us all confused. They want us arguing about, no, this is what happened. No, that's what happened. Well, when I first saw it, when you first saw it, I saw it from a camera angle that was at him. And the way his body reacted, I'm just going to throw myself out there, man. I'm really just going to throw it right out in the wind, okay? That man was hit from the front with something. That body reaction, that I put down enough deer, enough hog, with a 30-06. That it when I saw him get hit, I said he got hit from the front by 30-06. That's what I said. That's what it looked like. But the trajectory don't add up. And you hear things bouncing around. 30-06s don't bounce around inside the human body. No, it's too powerful. Not. You think 200 yards is a long ways away. That's actually, for me, I could freehand take that, not a problem. And I'm telling you, there would have been a lot more damage. So, my theory is, his mic. And what made the exit wound, there's a very strong magnet on the back of those mics you put on. And you're like, well, how would it still work? Look, same with the pagers and the beepers, man, over there. They know what they're doing. They're professionals at this stuff, man. I think somebody got to that mic, put the equivalent of what would look like a 30-06 impact in it, and it was it started looking real close. Where's that? What caused that puff of smoke to come out from right here? If you really slow it down frame by frame, you'll see what. If you get swacked from 200 yards away, there's gonna be no smoke, but yet smoke come out from under here. So I believe it was the mic that did it. It was all set up. I believe they're all in on it. I believe they're all in on it. You can believe what you want to believe. And they really pulled on their heartstrings, and they really got us riled up over this situation. And it's just going to get worse. You know, and then look at the. They're not even hiding anymore. They're not even hiding. The evil they do, they don't even hide anymore. Reason why? Okay. I'm sure you heard, you know, if you're a normie, get the hell out of here. You don't belong on this channel. If you believe in mainstream media, I don't even want you on here. You just follow the sheep and y'all just walk off the cliff. It leaves more room for us, free thinkers, free men and women, to go about our business without you ignorant people getting in our way, believing this mainstream propaganda. It's really frustrating. Y'all people are getting on my damn nerves. Just get the hell out of my way before you get hurt. Because you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. You never dropped a deer. You never dropped a hog. You never pew-pewed a 30-06. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I have. I've done enough. I can't even tell you how many times I've put down deer and hog with 30-06. And it would have done a lot more than that. I'm telling you. So you believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm here to shine some light on a very dark subject. Very dark. This is a very dark subject. And I'm sorry that I'm not keeping up with the chat, okay? Because, you know, I can't think and talk at the same time. But I appreciate y'all's comments and all. So thank y'all so much for that. So just bear with me. If Little Miss Prep was away, she can read the comments for me, and we do better as a team. Okay. So just investigate the first. Watch the hit, the initial. You know, be careful. You know, some people's minds can't handle that. And really, at this point, they got us so worked up that even if there's not a civil war, we're going to have a stroke or an aneurysm or a heart attack, some from all this stress, from all this evil, lunatic fringe crap going on. It's out of control, by the way. It's not looking good for us American people. And if you knew the things I knew, I'm sure you've heard that from a lot of people. But there are people out there that know things, that have done things that regular people, when I say regular people, you know, people that have been indoctrinated, and you can have the proof right in front of their face, but, you know, like the people that's arguing, you know, the world's flat, the world's round. Really? Who cares? Round, flat. I don't give a shit. What I do care about is I saw a man get unalived. And the whole, see, and here's another thing. Just the whole world saw that. You know, all besides some tribe in the Amazon somewhere that's still running around with no clothes on, that got no nothing. But for people that has any kind of communications, the whole world knows about it, knows, think they know what happened. But at the end of the day, the man was still unalived. And that's very sad. And I'll play devil's advocate. Okay? Because you got to do that sometimes. I hate doing it, but I'll do it. I will. I'll play devil's advocate. His wife, 5 years older than him. Well, nothing wrong with that. Beauty queen at Trump's pageant years ago. So obviously they personally know each other. And if they come after me, they come after me. But I'm gonna keep some things to myself until y'all gonna find out. I mean, if I throw myself under the bus, they're gonna suppress this. No, but maybe you can read between the lines and the AI and the people alphabet soup. Maybe the guy's just, real Rico Suave guy, man. Because you look at that girl and you look at him, she was out of his league. I mean, good man and all. Don't get me wrong. I mean, as it appears, he's a good man and all. You really don't know someone's heart. You just know the masks that people wear. With me, I'm not smart. I have to literally get a mask to put on. I can't. What you see is what you get. So here's the urgent warning. There is a major psyops being perpetrated against America and against the world. And a lot of people are falling for it. And they can nobody convince me otherwise that it's outside players, paid agitators to stand up and celebrate and do all this weirdness so people look at it and go, oh, okay, we're doing that now. It's good. Okay, cool. Then it becomes the new trend. Sheeple. The regular people. You are doomed. You better free your ass so you mind to follow and stop believing any damn thing you hear or see on the news. Even the weatherman can't get it right. They're lying to you. Now, one day, maybe, who knows? Hell, we still really ain't found out the JFK files. Yeah, wow, how quick did people forget about the Epstein list after what happened to Charlie? And as a man, and we have our weaknesses. And when I was younger, I was around all women like that. I would have got myself in trouble. So, for a lot of the guys that are screaming, hey, we want to see the files, we want to see the files, we want to see, you need to look deep in your heart. Because in all probability, if you were in that situation, well, let's not go that way. Let's make it easier for you to accept. If you got a buddy that there's no way he could have said no to them girls. And it's obvious that it was to get people on there, to get them to do stuff, get it on secret video, to where if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to release this. Because have you noticed how some people has changed. You know, one person in particular doesn't even seem like it's the same person anymore. I just want to know, is this what y'all voted for? Is this what we was told we was going to get? I don't remember none of that. And everything I was told we was going to get, I'm not seeing it. And what you need to understand is, okay, for the Trumpers, and really, let's just take things as they appear. Let's just take it as appearance. As appearance, yeah, I would want him. Because it was the lesser of the two that I had to choose from. And we're being pushed into a civil war. I'm telling you, it's just going to take one mistake. So, when Trump deployed the National Guard to Washington to clean up the crime, and anywhere else, and the Marines, okay, the good guys won that round. If you're on the right and you like Trump and all, and you're like, hey, Trump cleaned up the streets, the good guys won. It's safe to walk around there now. On the surface, that's good. But what people fail to understand is Trump got that power. He can do it. And in the Trumpers, he's a good guy. And the people that's following Trump, especially MAGA, because I've noticed there's different Trump supporters. There's MAGA that, there's some guys that are MAGA that I don't care what you tell them. It don't matter. There's no changing their mind. There's no convincing. At this point, the man could do absolutely anything and they would let it slide. So there's no, now I'm not here to change nobody's minds, man. But, I remember, people forget things. I remember things such as, as soon as I get elected, I'm going to stop that war in Ukraine. And now, just what, a week ago? Just sent over more money. That's our money. So, if you think you're all sitting pretty, because you got nice house, nice car, and everything, land, and it's all paid off, and you think you're debt free, no, you're not. You know what has happened to all Americans? And I'll be in all fairness on this. Okay, I'm going to be as fair as I can be. You can be debt free. No, you're not. Because that national debt gets like crazy. I mean, you can't even conceive that amount of money. It's inconceivable. Maybe some people can, but what? That debt's on you. As an American, it's on you, your wife, your kids, your grandkids. So you can say you're debt free, but no, hell, you're not. Until that national debt's paid off, you're not debt free. And they just keep digging that hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. AI is going to take everybody's jobs. It's already happening. We're being played. We're being played. Y'all need to think with an open mind. Try to back up a little bit. Put down the phone for a couple of days. Stop watching that mainstream propaganda. Give your mind a rest. Give yourself a break because they're trying to break us mentally. And you know, mental stress causes physical problems. Ask me how I know. So there's that. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with the chat. I really do apologize. But I cannot talk and read at the same time. Let me fix this here. All right, let's see. There was no lesser two with both parties help each other. Yeah, yeah, Charlie. You're right. Yeah, I was Little Miss Preppers here. Yes, yes, Charlie. Right on, brother. Right on. Smoke and mirrors, man. Smoke and mirrors. Now for the people that say, "Oh, Charlie's not unalive. He's up." Get out of here with that shit. They took his ass out. They took him out. They took the only guy out that was willing to sit down and talk to him. But was it them? When I say them, was it the left that really took him out? Or was it the right that took him out to turn us against the left? Or is there something deeper than that where another country had him took out to sow further division and make people angry and pop the Civil War off that they're trying so desperately to make happen? Because that's where we're going with this. That's where we're going with this. So you need to keep prepping. You need to get your house in order. Get your finances in order. Good luck with that, you know, if you've been to the grocery store. Because you can see I'm not in a bunker right now because I had to do a rescue with the family and all. Because that's what dads do, you know. You take care of your children. Well, a real man does. And we got a major psyops going up against us. This is what this is. They're trying to drive us crazy. They're trying to get us at each other's throats. They're trying to pop something off. Divide and conquer. That's what's going down. Yep, Charlie. You know what? Y'all read the comments. I ain't even got to say it. Charlie's awake. Doesn't watch that mainstream propaganda. He isn't a sheeple. Charlie's awake. Congratulations, Charlie. But it's a rough road once your eyes are truly awake, opened. Because you're going to be like, you're going to look to the left, you're going to look to the right, and you're like, I'm on my own. Now, you're not really on. There's other Americans like me. We just got to find some way to gather up. Because, look, I believe they're going to push us into a civil war. And I don't want that. You may think you want that, but you don't want that. That's terrible. Horrible. But if somebody comes at me, I'm going to protect myself. It's that simple. Somebody comes at me, somebody comes at my family. I don't want nothing to do with no civil war. I don't want nothing to do with none of it. I just want to be left alone. But when they come at me, then they're going to, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to force people's hands. Even guys like me that don't want nothing to do with the Civil War. Don't want to even be drug into it. I'm going to have no choice, man. You're going to have to choose a side. And one side is going to get took out. Or maybe we'll just soften this country up enough where they can just walk right in here. And because EMP, we soften each other up. They set off the EMP. No communication, no nothing. You're not even going to know we're being invaded until you see an army marching down your street, man. So, I've rambled a lot and all because there's just so much going on in my head that I'm trying to put together. Because I personally, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I went a 30-06 wound. Matter of fact, I'm not a. I bet my. That was not a 30-06 wound. Now it looked like he got hit from the front with a 30-06. And then why did, if you watch the original, which good luck finding that one now. Good luck finding that video. Isn't it amazing how these videos are disappearing? When literally they would go. I caught my mother-in-law on a doorbell cam and it went viral. It hasn't disappeared. But, you know, something that's really important and serious, just all these videos just disappear. Because if you see the initial impact, it wasn't this way and it wasn't this way. Yeah, of course you're going to fall one way or the other, but it was from here. I believe it was explosive device in that mic. And that battery, I mean that magnet that holds it on there is what, come out here. That definitely was not 30-06. That I do know for a fact. Now I believe, and I seen the smoke and this and that, and I seen him, it looked like he got hit from the front. But see, they're doing this on purpose, you know, throwing this smoke videos up and this and that and that. They want us confused and arguing with each other about how it happened. When really, well, it kind of is important of how it happened, because once you realize how it happened, then you will understand that we are being deceived. We're being deceived. There is no good guys anymore except for us. We're on our own. You are your first responder. Get ready, people. Grow food. Learn how to make it. Or unless you want to stand in the bread lines all day and take the little chip in your hand or your head so you can get your loaf of bread. If you want to be that compliant, you go right ahead. And I mean, they can Charlie my ass and put me down. I don't care. I'd rather be down than deal with this crap that's going on. Actually, I just want to be left alone, really. But if some lunatic comes at me, look at me going, oh, look at that guy with that hat. And, you know, oh, he's on the right. He's hardcore. Well, actually, I do feel like I'm in the right. Righteous. The righteous right. There's that. So search your heart, search your soul. You know the difference between wrong. You know the difference between right. And then understand if you are a Christian. You know that the adversary is the great deceiver. You know that. Don't just listen to your pastor. Read the book if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, read that book, because, again, if nothing else, it's a book of morals. If you follow those rules, you'll have a better life. In my opinion. But it's going to get worse before it gets worse, people. And please subscribe to the channel, and if you catch this on the rewatch, leave a comment, because I'm shadow banned. They don't want people talking like I'm talking. They don't want it. But man, I know if I say everything, this video will get stomped on, so try to read between the lines what I'm saying. He that has ears, let him hear. Or she. But that was a front hit. With the equivalent of a 30-06 impact. And whatever shrapnel is what came out here. So if that was a 30-06, there would be nothing here. Nothing. Not just a hole, nothing. from 200 yards. So there's that. So you can't believe nothing they're telling you. You can't believe nothing you see. Use your gift of discernment or common sense, logic. Don't believe what you're told. Don't even take my word for it. Look it up yourself, but just remember they got so many false trails because whoever perpetrated this damn sure don't want this led back to them, which I already know who did it. And I already know they're all in on it. I got to bite my tongue. That's hard. But put the picture together. Look what's going on in Iran. Look what's going on in Gaza. Just open your eyes. Please excuse me if anyone takes offense to this, but and maybe it is that 3D chess that people keeps talking about. I'm just redneck. I don't go that far into it. I thought it was to make America great again, not Israel. I didn't know it was to make Israel great again. I thought it was to make America great again. I didn't know it was let's continue this war with Ukraine, which we told it was going to stop. Let's continue the big weapons corporations. Let's keep pumping money because that's really what it's a lot of what it's about. Is they're laundering money. Ukraine is the most corrupt country in the world, and they're laundering money. They're spending money on $100,000 projectiles to take out a $30 drone. And this has been going on for years now. So just think of the human cost. We've been so desensitized to violence and stuff that we've seen on TV that when we see it, it's like watching a movie. But I've been there, done that, seen it. You smell it. When you smell it, you feel it. It's a whole other ball game. Whole other ball game. So just try to keep an open mind about this situation, about a lot of things, and don't blindly follow someone off a cliff. Be your own man or your own woman and sit back, take a couple deep breaths, forget what you've been indoctrinated with, and just look at it for what it is. And maybe you'll understand what's going on. I try to explain it the best I could. I'll get my, she's a therapist, psychologist, whatever you want to call her, but I'll get up here where she can explain it better. I'll tell her to where she can put it in words better. Because I got a YouTube channel and all that, and I talk, but I'm more of a man of action than I am a man of words. That's just facts. That's why I can't keep up with the chat and all that, I'm more of a, hey, good to have you here. See, I'm more of a man of action. So when I'm talking, man, I'm a very passionate person. I got a mean streak in me, but I'm a good guy. I'm the good guy. A nice guy that's not dangerous is really not a good guy because, what takes a good guy is someone that's dangerous, that knows he can stand up and do something about it, but just sits there and just until he has to do something about it. So there's that. And look here. We're running out of time. Regardless of what side you're on, someone comes after you. You need to be prepared to defend you and your family. Regardless of what you've been indoctrinated with, regardless if what side of the fence you're on, regardless if you have gender confusion, regardless of any of that, you need to be prepared to defend you and your family. Because it's a psyop, they're turning us against each other. You may be like me and want nothing to do with it, but when somebody comes at me or my family, I'm going to do something about it real quick. And that's what they want. And then you know what the news will say? Oh, far right-wing extremist YouTube creator content done this, when I just told y'all. But they'll delete that video. They'll cut that part out. It's going to get worse before it gets worse. Prepare to defend yourself. They're turning us against each other, and the people that are falling for it, stop falling for the crap. Look, just because someone believes one way and you believe another way, don't mean you just walk away. You'd be like, all right, well, don't come over here. I won't come over there. And we'll leave each other alone. But whoever's behind all this madness is not going to allow us to leave each other alone. Because they're professional instigators. And they want us fighting amongst each other. I believe that's the game they're playing right now. And confusion. So it's why all this confusion and all this. Oh, back to what I was saying. You know, at Charlie's funeral, when, Trump's up there talking about, doing basically a campaign, we cure for autism. Didn't you even see RFK sitting in the crowd like, bro, this is not the time for that. But people have become so desensitized, or when you know something's going to happen, and it happens, then you're not as shocked. And then maybe you'll just run your campaign on it, So there's that. So just free your mind and your ass will follow. We are under attack by these people are not stupid. By the most intense psyop I've ever seen. They want us at each other. Don't fall for it. Live and let live. To the people on the left, don't follow the people that's setting y'all up. Because a lot of people that's on the left, they're not all for going to elementary schools and teaching these elementary kids this crap. No, they're not. They're not all like that. And on the people on the right, you need to understand that. There's good people on the left. People on the left, there's good people on the right. Just because you believe a different thing, because you see things through different eyes, you have different life experiences, is no reason to hate someone else as long as they're not harming someone. Okay? But I know that's not, I wish that would be the way it was, but we're going to, when one of y'all come at me or my family, you're going to see. And I don't even want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with it. but I'm going to defend mine. And I hope you would do the same. If you're not capable of it, you need to be capable of it. You know, it's good to be able to throw down and all, but I know 90-year-old women that could do this. Sometimes that's all it takes. So just look at everything with, be skeptical. Be skeptical. Question everything. Just know things are not as they appear. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. You don't know what made that person the way they are. Live and let live. Live and let die. Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. It's that simple. But they're pushing us. We're gonna, y'all need to prepare. I believe if we're not took out by China, Russia, all these countries are ganging up against us, you know, and you got these, I'm going to say it, I'm all American. I piss red, white, and blue in excellence, okay? I love my family lives here. Even if our country was in the wrong, I'm still going to defend my family. I'm going to defend this land. Even if I don't like what my government's doing. You know? You back a dog up in the corner, even if he's scared, he's still going to bite you. So, prepare. Keep prepping. So, our dollars, you know, look, I work in the entertainment industry, so to speak. I'm a bouncer at a full new strip club. And I'm seeing it. People ain't got money like they used to have. Nope. Nobody, them girls at the strip club, me, we're not making good at all. Here, you know, after COVID and all, man, we were banking. We were doing good. Now, nobody got no money to be everybody's too struggling to put groceries on the table, man. The cost of living. Like right now, I had to do a rescue with the family business, but just rent down here in Florida. This is a regular house. It's $3,000 a month, man. I'm about to. I think that's another thing trying to do. They want us to just work till we fall over. So they can tax. That's why everything's so expensive too, you know. That's why they want both parents working. Because they got 2 income taxes. And then the school can indoctrinate your children. And then now they want both parents to have 2 jobs. So that's 2 incomes. They can tax twice. And then they're going to tax you when you spend the money. Which makes no sense because they just keep running the national debt up. So they want our tax money when they can just print all the money they want, because they do, and put us deeper in debt. I mean, for God's sakes, man, if you're going to rob me, Uncle Sam, at least use a weapon to do it. You know, you take it out of my check when I get it. You take it out when I spend it. The property tax, nobody owns that property. Because if the property was owned, I wouldn't have to pay $5,000 a year taxes on it. I'm renting the property that's supposed to be owned. I don't know if y'all can feel this shit. We're getting tired of this shit. And see this right here, they're pushing us, man. Everybody's about to pop. And we're going to turn on each other. It's going to be bad. Don't fall for it. Actually, you know, if a civil war kicks off, if you've got any wits about you, I would grab my family and grab my stuff and go out in the woods and dig a hole and hide until it was over with. Stay out of it, because there's going to be no winners. Not really. There's going to be no winners. We're really going to be doing the work for the evil people that they orchestrated this. Hey, goat! I'm trying to keep up with it. I just cannot keep up with the chat when I'm talking. You know. So I've been going for a good little minute, but I've been thinking a lot and all, and watching and observing, and so I'll end up with this. As of right now, if I lose please subscribe to the channel. I'm shadow banned. They're unsubscribing people. They're not notifying people. It's ridiculous. They demonetize me. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm trying to let people know what the hell's going on so you can get your house in order to be ready. I'll get my phone, take it over here for a second. Have you some food put back. There's food in them buckets, man. Food, water, the necessities. Get medicine, even if it's just aspirin, ibuprofen, any of that. You need to start piling that stuff up because you're not going to be able to get it soon. And I could just go on and on and on about how we're being played. Oh, the tariffs. I'm going to end up with the tariffs. The tariffs. That's another op. Think about it. Oh, we're going to tariff these people. Okay, cool. Sounds like a great idea, right? Well, when the company got to pay the tariffs, ultimately, who do you think that price, that tariff is going to get passed on to? The companies are not going to do it. Them tariffs is another tax that y'all dummies fell for. Excuse me, I didn't mean to be, impolite, but it's just another tax, man. People say, yay, tariffs, yay, tariffs. That's just another tax on us that we got to pay when we go buy something. Stop falling for this stuff, man. Yay, tariffs, yay, tariffs. We're going to show them. They show them all right. Go down and buy something that had tariff put on it and see how much it's going to cost you. And don't forget to have an overstocked first aid kit, and I do mean overstock it. Yes, Goat, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's never a good idea to back a wild animal in the corner. Never. Like I said, to the left, to the right. I don't want nothing to do with this Civil War, but any of you fools come at me and somebody gonna go down. And that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, just we're being played. This is a massive psyop. Nothing as it appears. Be careful who you think the good guys are. Be careful who you... I think everyone... at this point right now, I'm not seeing any good guys. Except for us. It's just what it is. So, American prayer. Stay ready. Stay dangerous. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay out of crowds. Keep your family safe. Have a blessed day. Thank you.